Hey everybody, welcome back to another endless custom video. Today I'm going to be showcasing the 1/12 scale Mezco style movie and Wolverine version of Deadpool. Now, I was really skeptical about this figure. I was very hesitant and I didn't want to buy it. I really like the Amazing Yamaguchi version, this one here, the Revoltech Deadpool. But then the more I kind of saw it, I'm like, I have that feeling where it's going to be a sleeper. Maybe I should just pull the trigger and get it. So I just bought it and I forgot about it and it arrived today. So I'm really glad that I finally get my hands on it and actually take a look at the figure and all these things. But the more and more I mess with him, the more I realize how good of a figure it is. Now, I'm officially on the new version boat, and I'm actually going to probably get rid of this Revoltech version of my Deadpool. So it took a lot of convincing just because I really like that figure. But I mean, Mezco has really just been outdoing themselves lately with the new releases and the new announcements and things like that. They're just finally keeping up with, announcing a figure and releasing it, like the Red Hood, things like that. So I'm really happy that I finally got this figure. Now he stands at about 6.5 inches. The Revoltech figure stands about 6 1/8. The Wolverine figure stands at right about 6.5 almost. But his head reaches probably about 6 3/8 or something like that. So that's the height difference between these figures. I wanted to show the Wolverine one just because, these are going to be an iconic setup. So you can see here the Wolverine is a little bit shorter. Obviously, I'm probably not going to have him stand like this in a photo or anything like that. But just the fact that, he is a little bit shorter than the Deadpool version, I really like. Because this one is a little bit more like face-to-face. Now, I mean, just the box alone is awesome, actually, too. So I really like that. But there's a couple things I would say. I like the version of the Revoltech that has the little hood piece right here a little bit more prominent. So I like that. I do like the red on the Yamaguchi version. This one is just like a very like maroon almost color. I'm okay with it. I might highlight it with my airbrush later on, or kind of sneak in some like dry brushing with a lighter red to kind of make it pop a little bit, just because it's very dark in person and on camera. I mean, you can see here. So that's just one little thing that I have as far as the aesthetics. This is a great figure. I mean, I love Revoltechs. I had, the Wolverine for a long time. I still have the Black Panther. I think that's the best version of Black Panther you can get. I have Moon Knight as well. Daredevil looks like they're gonna be throwing him in. I had the Red Hood, but the Mezco just and my own custom actually blew it out of the water. So Revoltech is very good figures. Don't get me wrong, but for the style that I'm going, I'm trying to just go as realistic as I can. And Mezco has been just taking over my whole collection. So enough about that. I mean, this figure, just the more you look at it, the better the details look. I mean, the brown on the pouches looks very well done. I mean, it actually looks like leather, and this is just one plastic piece. I really like how they put this as one piece, and then they actually hooked up the swords in his back so they don't move around or anything like that. So I really like that. I still haven't ran into the issue where it's a problem. I would say pose it and remove these so that you don't break them or anything like that. But as far as the first appearance, I mean, it looks amazing. The boots, the color, the shine, and the buckles, the pouches. I love the sheaths. They look very well done. Look at the way the swords look, or the katanas. And then he has his guns that have the little Deadpool logo on there. They don't have it on here, but I like these little, you know, Mac 10s or whatever. So I really like that they gave him these guns. This little mug is really nice. They also came with, you know, eye effects that are magnetized, which is awesome. A bunch of hands, which is really, really awesome. I'll talk about that hands. And then blast effects. So they give him quite a lot of, oh, and even the dog pull. So they give him a lot of accessories, whereas the Red Hood felt like underwhelming. So, and then in my last video, if you saw it, I talked about the holster for the Red Hood, and I just want to throw it out there. I love the way that this sits a little bit lower. The Red Hood feels like it sits a little bit higher, like kind of like right there. But that's just one little gripe that I have. So I really like this. Oh, and then also comes with these two handguns, or they look like freaking Desert Eagles, or like 50 cals, but yeah, they're really nice. I love that they actually pull back so that you can show it that it's shooting. I love you can remove the magazines. It comes with a couple extra magazines and the bullet there. It also comes with 2 extra baby knives, so 3 in total. And it also has magazines for the machine guns, so that's really nice. So I mean, just this figure looks amazing. Like, the more and more I look at it, the more I like it. And I was really concerned that it was gonna look like Ryan Reynolds, you know, when you get the figure. But to me, it doesn't. Honestly, I think it just looks like Deadpool, and that was the biggest gripe that I had, was like, oh my goodness, it looks like Ryan Reynolds. Like, he did a good job in Deadpool, but it's just, I don't want my figure to look like Ryan Reynolds. Just like the Wolverine, I probably won't get the Hugh Jackman version of Wolverine. I may later down the line, but you know, I love this comic version. But yeah, so that was one of my concerns, and honestly, I don't think it looks a lot like him, you know, at least in this version. In the photos they do with all his gestures and all these things, but I mean, the way that this figure looks, yeah, I mean, it just looks really nice. I like that he has kind of broad shoulders. He doesn't look like very thin or slim. I just think that they did a really good job. The articulation is actually really good. So you can see he can kick forward, he can kick sideways pretty good, he can do the splits really well. He does have ab articulation, so you can see here that's the bend that he has. And again, I would say be careful just doing that, because you don't want to, you know, break your katanas. Double jointed elbows, he can hit the T-pose really nice. He was about to die, but yeah, double jointed elbows. If you look at the gloves, they look very, very well done. I love the details they have on all the shines and the metal parts and things like that. Even on the wristband right here, you can see that, and buckles and all that stuff. So I just think that they did a really good job. I didn't have a really big issue. You can see here that some of the stitching is a little bit red. You can see here, you know, I seen a lot of people have a little gripe about that, but it kind of blends in. You don't really see it unless you're like focusing on it. So, you know, I'm okay with that, and I'll probably just brush that up with a black marker or something like that. So yeah, I mean, this figure looks incredible. And again, the more and more I use it, oh, he does have a little bit of an ankle joint, so some ankle pivot there. He can kick up just about that much, kick back. It's just a ball peg. They did give him a double ball peg, which is awesome. Just because Mezco has been messing up with some of the figures. I'm trying to think of the last one that they had with a full joint. I can't remember. I mean, it was Two-Face. I'm thinking that he had just one solid piece where the neck and the head is together. I'm thinking it is Two-Face, but I'll have to look back and kind of remember. But I'm glad that they're doing the double ball pegs, which is awesome. Oh, there goes the eye, but it is magnetized, so that's awesome. So it's really easy just to come off. It's just a little light magnet that's strong enough to hold the sculpt, but it's easy enough just to remove it. So I mean, they did an incredible job at this figure. Like, I am extremely happy I finally pulled the trigger. So if you're hesitant, you know, if you're like me where you love the Yamaguchi version or even the Marvel Legend version or even that Maximum line Deadpool, I would say it's time to pull the trigger and get this Mezco version because it is incredible. I just cannot get enough of this figure. So this is gonna be the figure of the week. I stopped messing with the the Red Hood because of this figure. So I'm really happy about this. So let me know what you guys think about my review. If there's anything you guys want to see, any kind of more size comparisons I can do. I have his hand somewhere down there. But yeah, so I just think that these figures look great together side by side. You know, there's little things that I wish that they would do as like shading, but this figure compared to this is night and day. You know, this suit is too clean versus this suit looks amazing. Like you can see, you know, the shading on the black, like the little black or anything like that. You can see it right there. But I just think they did an incredible job with this figure. So 10 out of 10 for me. Honestly, I can't see them. Oh, well, I wish they would have given us at least a head sculpt, but I think my old Marvel Legend one or, you know, something, so I can just use that. But that's the only gripe that I would say I have. But other than that, I mean, I think they did just an amazing job. I mean, I say 10 out of 10 just because I'm hyped on the new figure, but you know, in my honest opinion, I think they did a very good job. So shout out to Mezco. So again, this video ran a little bit long, but I just wanted to talk about some of the other figures, and then kind of my thought as far as, you know, why I got this figure. So I'm really glad I did. So baby knife, you can see here, they come with 2 magazines each for each gun, the 2 swords, and then all the other accessories that I showed earlier. So yep, so thank you again for following, commenting, and all the support. I hope, you know, I can do a good job for you guys reviewing, but let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see, any figures specifically, or, you know, maybe some of more of my diorama stuff or anything like that. But I appreciate the support, so please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. So as always, keep it original.